I'm going to fire her.
Okay.
And then take a gun out and shoot her, Jay style.
So, Final Fantasy.
Did you get it?
I got it. I'm playing it. About 9 hours in.
Are you enjoying it?
I am. It's fun.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good game.
Who's best girl?
Good game. Yuffie's best girl. No, Tifa's best girl. But Yuffie's pretty good too. I like Yuffie. But we finally met Yuffie in the story, so that's good.
Nice.
But I was saying to Jay before we started recording, Mike, why? What drugs are they taking at Square Enix when they're doing the English dub? Like, why is it so horribly cringy? Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't actually. I really don't. No.
It's just like translated really weird. And like the voice acting in it is like so flat. I don't know. It's just something about it just seems very like off-putting.
Did you play the last one in sub or something?
No.
This just feels like some sub supremacy leaking through here.
No. I don't have like examples to tell you, but like there's stuff that like is just, it's very strange. It's very like dreamlike. It's like, these are not things humans would say.
Okay. Yeah. Like the dialogue is just strange. It could be maybe just a weird translation, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just something I noticed, so I had to turn the dub off.
Yeah, video games generally have pretty cringy dialogue, to be honest with you. But
except for Persona. Persona's got a great dub.
Yeah. Well, I think the thing is probably making Persona better for you is maybe that Persona is so flamboyant that it like hides the awkwardness of it. Kind of like Code Geass. Like when you watch Code Geass, if someone just like talked to you the way Lelouch talks to people, you'd be like, what's wrong with this guy?
Oh, well, yeah,
you know?
Sure.
I think that's the case for most. I don't know if it's necessarily fiction in general, but like most anime, it's like very animated dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's the same in sub too. It's just it's not your first language, right? So you don't understand how cringe it is.
I just wanted to see if we all shared this opinion or if I was just being maybe overly sensitive.
I didn't find I haven't played the second one, obviously. I didn't find the first one. I found it like an acceptable, normal level of game voice acting cringe, I'd say.
Like, I'd say it's, I don't know. I'll have to show you like examples, but
yeah, do that. Please cite your sources. Cite your.
I will.
Yeah.
I will cite my sources.
I expect a bibliography in the APA standard format. Thank you.
End
of day. EOD.
Mari Krombu Weebs. My name is Cole. His name is Mike. His name is Jay. We like anime, and this is episode 118, right, of the Anime Protagonist podcast. And this is the episode that's gonna make our parents proud.
They're so proud of us.
So proud.
They're so proud of us. Listen, guys, allow me to just say what we're doing. Just rip the Band-Aid off. Get it out of the way.
Usually what you do after you say Mary Krombu Weebs, you say, what episode number it is and then what we're doing.
Listen, it's Mary Kill, right? That's what we're doing this week. But we changed it. I can see Mike be like, how could he say such vulgar words? We changed it.
Our YouTube video will get demonetized. Oh no.
We changed it to Hentai, Isekai, and Daisuki to be family friendly.
I think those are just funnier, honestly.
Yeah.
And what threw me off was that you just said them out of the order I've always heard them in. That's why I was looking so confused when you said it. I've always heard it as F, marry, kill. And then you throw Mary first, and it threw me for a loop.
I don't know. I don't delve into this cesspool very often, Michael. I'm sorry to offend
I'm sorry.
you.
I'm a gutter creature. I'm a man of the people out here.
You're
in them swamps. Swamps
you were raised on the
Cole.
I
think you
internet.
just triggered his OCD. Is what happened there.
That's 100% what it was. I was like, that is not in the correct order. You monster, you creature, get back into the dungeon.
His circuits were fried. But before we do that, we have a manga to review.
We do.
Gentlemen.
We do.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope everybody did their homework this week. And they read and So
we're recording a little late because I forgot we were recording today. For some reason I thought.
Okay.
So Jay messaged the group and said, "Can we record next week, like later?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, cool." And my brain didn't. He's even nice enough to put the actual dates we were mood changing it to in the thing. So like a normal person, boy. I should have thought of that, but I didn't. So then I log onto the computer at like 6 o'clock, like half hour before we're actually supposed to record. I didn't know that part. And then I was like, I'll just type up my list at a casual pace. And then I think to myself, I'm like, this feels like I'm recording. Wait a minute. And then I was like, I still have a whole volume of YuGiOh to read.
No.
I still have to do my whole list. So I emergency asked my gracious friends here, hey, can I be late?
It was only a half hour, Mike. It was only a half hour.
I'm a fast weeder. I'm fast weeder. I'm pretty strong with the weeding, you could say.
You could say that. So YuGiOh.
YuGiOh.
Yes.
This is the manga that we all read on time.
Cole, can you play one note from the 4Kids dub intro for YuGiOh? Just one note.
Hell yeah.
No.
Mike, it's your manga, so I would very much like you to describe this to us.
So the reason I picked this one, and I said this when I revealed this choice to you gentlemen, was because this is the Viz Big of this, or not the Viz Big, but the 3-in-1 of this was my first physical manga that young Mikey ever owned, other than like the Shonen Jump physical magazines, which RIP. And essentially the reason I picked this is because I know the three of us, we have a soft spot in our heart. We're the right age to enjoy some nostalgia for YuGiOh. But the interesting thing about this manga in particular is that it is the origin of YuGiOh, but also at the same time, a completely different YuGiOh than you know and love. Like the characters they retain their Japanese names, and actually in the Viz actual physical thing, they actually have a note saying like, oh, this is Jonuchi's name is actually Joey Wheeler in the anime. And
I'm sorry, what's his name?
Joey Wheeler.
Joey Wheeler. That's right.
That's right. Yeah. So essentially, if you don't know what YuGiOh is somehow, essentially there's this like 10th grader Yugi. He is kind of a loner, has no friends, and he just likes to play games with his grandpa. And then he basically goes to school with this Millennium Puzzle, and then some bullies basically do what they do. They bully him, steal his puzzle, steal a puzzle piece, and then he basically can't complete this puzzle that he got from his grandpa that's like rumored to be an ancient Egyptian like relic, even though like I'm sure he probably doesn't fully believe that at the time. And it's said that no one's ever solved this puzzle, which seems, I'll get into that later.
It doesn't seem that complicated.
It doesn't seem that complicated. It's kind of like how has no one solved this 15-piece puzzle in all these years? But there's supernatural reasons to it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then he goes home and he basically like solves the puzzle, except he finds out he's missing. Yeah, in one night, and then he finds out he's missing a piece. And anyway, basically, when he finally gets the puzzle all together through circumstances, he finds out. Well, actually, he doesn't realize, but suddenly he starts like blacking out. And while he's blacking out in these stressful situations, this other personality takes him over and forces whoever's stressing him out to play like basically a death game with him. And it's a lot of fun. And I thought, I'm curious to see what you guys thought. We did our annual, every time we do a review, it's tradition that one of us says we have thoughts on it in our Discord meeting chat. And we all had thoughts on this one. So I'm excited for this review. I think it'll be a fun one. And I think it'll be interesting. This manga came out in 1996. I think the anime came out just after that. And it features a lot of characters that are pretty famous. They come up in a lot of our tournaments and stuff, but they're not exactly the way you remember them. Is something an interesting bit here.
Maybe a little disappointingly so.
Okay, go on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the elephant in the room. I don't think it's. Would you guys describe something as a spoiler if I say a character isn't included as often as maybe I'd like him to be, or her to be?
I'm guessing Kaiba.
Yeah. Seto Kaiba is a single chapter like villain. I'm sure he comes up later in the manga. I guarantee it.
There is a reason, and I looked into it, and we can talk about that in a moment.
In the first 3 volumes, he's barely barely included.
I don't think I said, but we read 3 volumes of this. I kind of said we were reading the 3-in-1, but and I wouldn't be worried about spoilers for this. We're just going to freely talk about it because I don't think there is anything we can really spoil. So don't worry about that.
I will say, Michael, this manga greatly benefited from us reading 2 extra volumes.
I agree.
Yeah,
I completely agree.
When I started this, my first thought was, what did I do to Michael to make him punish me? With this.
I think the best way to describe this manga is it's very dated.
Oh yeah.
Like it definitely shows its age.
Yeah, and I mean, like at the start too, like its roughness is just a result of it being a new manga and it didn't know where it was going.
For sure.
Like my favorite panels are like, I don't know what he was trying to do with like Dark Yugi at the start of it.
Yeah.
But he looks so goofy.
Yeah.
He's just Yugi with like intense eyes and like this little smile.
And like the shading on his face is like
a sideways C. It's so funny. What were you going to say, Jay, about this? His face
the shading on his face like literally makes him look dark in a lot of the panels.
Yeah, it was very, very interesting choice, and I'm glad that they dialed that back later on in the manga when he starts to look more like the Yugi that we know and love.
You can tell it kind of came into form after that first volume, I'd say. Yeah.
It was
I think
an interesting manga. This is definitely like Deus Ex Machina. Deus Ex Machina the manga.
Yeah.
Like everything is just,
it works perfectly. How are we going to solve this? Yeah.
And then it just
magic.
Somebody has like the solution. Like for example, the puzzle piece is missing.
Yeah.
And Yugi's like, how am I going to solve this puzzle? And his grandpa's like, well, here's the missing piece.
Yeah.
He just has it because Joey dropped it off. I'm going to refer to them as their
English names. Sorry. Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm sorry. That's fine. I honestly though. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't want to keep rambling. Jay, you're sorry.
Jay's trying to say a few points. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think like so the first 3 volumes are very episodic. I think like the only real like plot element was like that one small arc with Shadi. In the middle. That like kind of affects the story, but like you don't really know if that actually is like a big plot detail.
The Shadi thing is funny too. Like he kills a guy.
Yeah.
He kills a guy. Yeah. And then like he just walks away. He's just like
Yuki like lights people on fire.
That was part of the thing that like kind of like blew my mind when I read this as a very young man. Was like I had known only the YuGiOh television program, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh sweet, I'm gonna check out what the source material is about for this beloved show about a bunch of people playing a card game. And then I get this. I get people blowing like a guy lights himself on fire while holding a gun point at a teenage high school girl. And it's like, what is going on? This is not the Yu-Gi-Oh! I know and love.
This isn't
Yugi's out there destroying people's brains.
Yeah, this is like the definition of shonen manga.
Oh yeah.
Like it's dark action. Like it's very edgy.
It's very edgy, it's very kind crude.
It's very
horny.
Shonen-y. Yeah, it's got the little like teenage boy horniness, I'd call it.
Yeah. So like in that aspect, it's very like I can see why it was popular in a shonen magazine.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think like at the time, definitely. I feel like if it came out nowadays, probably wouldn't last that long.
Yeah.
Well, that's just kind of like, that's like saying like the Beatles wouldn't be very good today. Like, of course not, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's definitely
it's a relic
time.
of its time.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me look at what we usually discuss when we do this. So,
okay.
Who is this for? I mean, that's kind of what we were just discussing. Like, this is for straight up, like, quintessential. You take like the average, like the base level average
shonen fan,
teenage shonen fan.
Yeah,
they're like, I'm learning things. I'm starting to think girls are cute. And but I still like playing games.
And
isn't it cool when Yugi turns into Dark Yugi with his little smile?
His little C emoji smile. Yeah. I think you pretty much hit the nail on the head. This is like you said, the most young shonen, but still like a little, it's like baby's first death game, the manga, kind of.
Yeah. I think like the other,
it's charming.
I think the other people who would probably enjoy this are obviously YuGiOh fans.
Yes.
I think like going back, like exactly what Mike did, like going back and seeing like, where did YuGiOh come from? I think like there's definitely merit in reading it for that.
There is, but at the same time, like, Duel Monsters is in one chapter.
So,
and it's not Duel Monsters. Duel Monsters doesn't exist in this.
Yeah, I can't remember what they call it.
I think it's called Wizards and Monsters or something like that.
Yeah. Which I think that's the elephant in the room, is we should talk about how the card game like is non-existent in this, which is kind of a crazy thing to say.
Yeah. So initially, when Yu-Gi-Oh was written, which Yu-Gi-Oh literally translates to King of Games, Kazuki Takahashi literally wrote it as like a manga about various games. And then people kept writing in about that one game, Wizards and Monsters, and being like, oh, I want to learn more about it. What's it like? And stuff like that. And
he's like, leave me alone. I want to make capsule monsters now.
And then
what about this game with the dice? Isn't that fun?
Isn't that cool?
And then obviously the rest is history. It was like, okay, this is definitely big. We should definitely tap into this. So
someone tapped him on the shoulder and was like, listen, you know, like, you can make a lot of money here, right? Like this, you literally created a card game people want to buy. Please, you know how much money card games make?
You understand that you are literally going to keep the company Konami alive and thriving.
Which is actually funny because at the time before Konami got it, Bandai was doing the card game. And it was a completely different...
Bandai does everything.
It was a completely different card game. It was in Japan. They had this like gacha machine that would deal out different cards, and the rules for the gacha the rules for the card game were printed on every separate card. So you had to collect all the cards to get all the rules for this card game that Bandai made.
It sounds very Bandai.
Yeah.
Sounds well, I mean, it sounds like Yu-Gi-Oh though, doesn't it? Like Yu-Gi-Oh's notorious for having like the wordiest cards in the whole game.
Yes. Yeah.
And
like you get the card and there's like an entire like there's like 3 paragraphs with like indentation and like ellipses and brackets and stuff. It's like, what the heck? I want to play a fun card game.
And that card game was literally just complicated war. Is the best way to like whoever has the higher attack points wins, and whoever gets the most cards at the end wins.
I will say that I appreciated that like Summon Skull and Blue Eyes White Dragon and stuff were in this. Even like they made the cut back this day. Like those are tried and true classics at this point.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It was cool to see them in this.
And like Summon Skull changed a bit, you know, but like Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Same.
It's straight up
exactly the same. And like it's the same story too, how Kaiba comes into the game shop, sees the Blue Eyes White Dragon, is like, oh, I want that card, and Grandpa was like, no, it means so much to me.
Doesn't he rip it in the manga?
He does rip it in half in the anime. He steals it in the manga.
Yeah. I was waiting for him to do that in the manga, but he didn't.
In the manga, he like he like makes like photocopy copy of it and tries to trick Yugi, and I'm like, Yugi's like, Kaiba, I'm not that stupid. Like, this is clearly you printed this on your mom's home printer, inkjet printer.
What are you talking about? How dare you? How dare you accuse me, Seto Kaiba?
Seto Kaiba also is not like a rich. The other elephant in the room with Kaiba is that he's not like Kaiba Corp billionaire in this. He's just another student.
Well, I mean, another elephant in the room related to Kaiba, when the Kaiba the younger shows up,
Mokuba,
and he's like a completely different. Like, listen, we all love Mokuba. You know, he's a sweet little cinnamon roll. Not this Mokuba.
No,
this Mokuba is like,
and
he's running a racketeering scheme going on.
And I feel like
in the middle school,
I feel like a lot of it has to do with the fact that like at the time, you can't have the good guy beating on other good guys. Like they all have to be like mustache twirlingly evil for it to make sense in a shonen manga.
And they
all are.
It's so funny. I'm curious what your guys' favorite game of these 3 volumes was, because he plays like there's a lot of games. Every chapter is basically a different game with a different punishment to it. And there's a lot that, like, as I was reading, having been like, have the nostalgia for having read this before, that I was like, oh, I remember this one. This is a good one.
Yeah.
And then
I think that's like one of the positives that I can say about this manga is like, you can definitely see the love for games.
Let me just say my favorite game was the one where Yugi rolls a dice and Yugi rolls a dice, and if the guy rolls any number
that's lower,
including it or underneath it, he wins.
Yeah.
So he rolls a 6, and the guy's like, "I won.
I've won."
He's like, "You got to roll." So he rolls a 6, and then the dice splits in half.
No, he rolls a 1, and then the dice rolls a 1. Splits in half.
Oh, okay. He rolls a 1, and then the dice splits in half onto 6. So he rolled a 7. How did the dice split in half? Like,
Yugi cut it
with what? And how? Like, is that's cheat? That's cheating.
Yeah, of course
that's straight up cheating.
Of course it is.
I think what you're missing, Cole, with the games being hacked a little bit is I think the game is it kind of like when the guy came around with his little like key or whatever. The game is like the actual game itself is almost a front, and it's really just like a way to like weigh your soul.
Yeah.
Oh no, I got that, but I mean, the guy won. And then Yugi's like, nah, fam.
Check this out.
Watch this. What if I cut the dice in half, even though you won? It's like, no, I win. The only option is that I win.
The one that kid on the playground who's like, no, you didn't hit me, missed me. That one missed when you're playing.
Yeah.
The one I really I laughed at was when he's like, if you find the switch, you'll win to this bomb.
Oh,
and they're like, oh, it's the water. If our tasers fall in, then we get electrocuted. And they're like, oh yeah, we won because we found the switch. And he's like, no, you didn't. And then it cuts to like a guy with his hand almost, or the taser almost in the water,
perfectly pried up with like a piece of rebar.
Yeah. No, and it's my other favorite thing about it is like, for example, I don't know if this happened in that specific chapter, but he'll start the game and then he'll start to lose the game, and Yugi, like, his bravado in his head is like completely different than the bravado he's showing in person. He's just like, oh no. He's just always like, oh no, I'm gonna lose.
Yeah.
But he never does. He cuts dice in half.
Yeah.
You know what? You'll never lose if you cheat, Yugi.
True.
Yugi's a cheat. Yugi is a cheat.
I mean,
probably the biggest one that was like, for me, the kind of the biggest like hacks moment was like the last one when he's playing Mokuba with the dungeon dice monsters or whatever.
No,
and he's like losing, and then all of a sudden he flawlessly understands the game. He's like, oh yeah, actually this one has a secret ability that it can go right through all of your guys and kill them all. And
hey, like, that's what? Just no, that one's fine. That's fine. No. That's pure strategy. He set up his.
The other monsters have a power.
Well, I mean, maybe they do.
I mean,
but he played him into his specific thing.
We can't forget the one with Shoddy where he's like, "No, I'm not rolling because I trust in Joey too much."
Oh, yeah.
I trust in this hallucination that you have set up.
Yeah,
like doesn't What? Like, no, the power of friendship will save me, and it does.
Which
it does, of
I
course.
thought was really funny,
It's
like in and of itself, because like he's killing people, like making them hallucinate, lighting them on fire, and then he's like, "Oh, but the power of friendship will save me."
Oh, I mean, hey, the power of friendship does.
It does.
And the people who were set on fire had an out. They could jump into the river.
True.
I'm trying to think if Yugi actually like straight up kills anybody, because I think
I don't think he
likes
does.
setting people on fire for the most part.
He does like setting people on fire.
They're serious, grievous injuries, but I don't think he kills anybody.
He breaks minds.
He does break minds.
Like I think so far he's literally driven Seto Kaiba insane, because that's why Mokuba's like out for revenge.
Yeah,
right?
Because he made him hallucinate that every monster was killing him.
Yeah, that's kind of messed.
Right.
Like that's messed up when you think about it.
That is messed up.
Yeah, but I'm assuming these are temporary like things, right? Like they do get out of it eventually. Because in that last chapter when he's battling Mokuba, he's like, "You're gonna stay in that pod for a day."
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he's leaving, so.
Which I do want to say, apparently the manga doesn't go to Duel Monsters until like volume 8 of the manga.
So
okay,
I think in the manga it initially began as this, and then like when it goes to like being Duel Monsters, like the Yu-Gi-Oh! You Know and Love, it like kind of starts like a new series almost. Yeah, and there's like it's weird. It's a like, weird distribution system.
I know in the localization they call it Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist.
Oh, okay,
which is basically just volume 8. But yeah, it's kind of its own thing.
Can I also just say that the school that they attend is like probably the most dangerous school I've ever seen in my life. How are there so many like gigantic adults?
Yeah.
Adults. They're adults at this school, and they're bullying this 4 foot tall child.
And constantly. I mean, the hall monitor.
One of the students like the hall monitor in the first chapter, they're like, there's like kids walking around with knives and stuff. It's like, what's going on in this school?
Trying to extort a kid out of like hundreds of dollars.
Oh yeah. And then there's sorry, you just reminded me of extortion. And it goes back to the setting people on fire scene when the one parent is like paying these bullies to pretend to there's this whole convoluted thing.
So the parent pays the bullies to like let this guy live out his like superhero fantasies, and like basically they pay him to like beat up the bullies.
So the bullies kidnap the kid, and they're like, they hold him for ransom essentially. And they're like, you need to pay us. And I don't know if maybe it was just the version that I read, but it broke down the cost of the yen into US dollars. Yeah. It was like $4,000.
Yep. Yeah, that's what mine said too.
And it's like, okay, sure. But like, that's not that much money. Like, no, it's for your kid. Like, the guy's like, oh my God, how are we going to pay this? And it's like, I mean, you travel to America like all the time. I'm sure you can pay $4,000 to get your kid back.
I mean, $4,000 is a lot of money if you come up for people, but yes,
I mean,
especially when you're like when you're a 12-year-old reading Yu-Gi-Oh,
$4,000
is like
that is a lot of money. I think like
it's true, but I'm reading this with the
I think to just like quickly pull it out and be like, oh, here's like that's a little difficult, but like in terms of like an adult with an adult like savings, it's like drop in the bucket.
Yeah, I mean, sad too, because the guy's got enough money to buy him like a ton of stuff.
All of those figures, right? He has all those figures. Those are expensive. So never mind. This dad has that money hanging around.
Yeah, exactly. That guy's got money.
Yeah.
The guy travels to America for work from Japan.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not getting paid peanuts.
Yeah.
He's not getting paid in shekels. Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting paid in gold bullion, is what I think.
Ooh, doubloons.
I think this guy just straight up doesn't love his kid.
No, because he pays. I think he loves his kid.
I just think he's like,
well, if he loved his kid,
oh no, how am I gonna pay for my child? Oh no. But in his head, he's like, finally.
Or maybe it's just a plot device to be able to have Yugi swoop in and save him.
That's right.
Yeah, that's more likely.
Yeah, that's the real answer. So I did the thing. Oh, Jay, you never actually said your favorite game.
Well, I said the electrocution one, but my favorite game, because I thought it was really stupid, was the first one where it's like, here's a knife, and however many bills you stab, that's how many you get. When like the bills are like on their hand,
they like put the dollar bills in their hand, and they have to stab it with a knife.
Yeah.
And however many they pick up with the knife is what they get to keep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if like, they go through the money and stab themselves, they lose.
Yeah.
Which, like, I thought to myself, like, how do you pick up the last bill?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, I think it's like, well, if you put too much money on your hands, then you have to use too much pressure, so you might cut through. If it's just a bill, like, I think you could just go blink and pick it up.
Yeah.
So, and that reminded me of the Scorpion game too. That was pretty good.
Scorpion game was kind of good. Why'd you like that one, Jay?
I don't know. I just thought like it was both stupid, but also like it did an interesting job of kind of selling on what the series was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of told you right away that it's going to be a little, maybe it's going to be kind of childish, but also pretty edgy, or like kid edgy, I guess is maybe the word for it. I like that one for sure.
The thing that this kind of reminded me of was like Tomodachi Game, but like Tomodachi Game Light, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like
the stakes are lower a little bit.
Yeah, like it's like baby's first Tomodachi game, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's like perfectly said. That's exactly what I would say. It's like baby's first death game.
Yeah. Probably my favorite one, and I don't know, this is the one I remembered best too, and that's why it's probably my favorite, is the one where they go to the burger restaurant and Taya Gardner or whatever, I forget what her name is, Anzu, is like working as a waitress there, and the escaped convict breaks in, holds her hostage, and the game is he's holding Yugi at gunpoint, and Yugi's like, okay, here's the game, you can move one finger however you want, and that's it. You can only move one finger. If you move anything else, you die or you lose.
Yeah.
And he like basically starts pouring this endless bottle of vodka on the table. And then he sets a lighter down on top of his hand. And the guy obviously chose his trigger finger. And then he's like, well, you can't shoot your gun at me because then you lose because you're going to knock the lighter off. And like whoever wrote what's his name? Kazuki Takahashi?
Kazuki Takahashi, yeah.
Yeah. He has clearly no idea of how flammable things actually are.
I think that's like a common misconception with because I've seen that before in anime where it's like alcohol must burn, but
it's
but
like
it doesn't.
Gasoline. Like it's like he has gasoline in a bottle. Same with like the spray paint one too. He like spray paints lines on the ground and then tries to light them on fire with a cigarette. Never mind. Come on.
Listen, kids, go into your parents' liquor cabinet. Grab some liquor and try setting it on fire. It won't burn. It won't. Unless it's like really high alcohol content.
Vodka burn.
I think
it's not explosive.
Yeah, it's not explosive. I think he's not looking for necessarily realism as much as like just a puzzle.
You're right.
A puzzle.
Yeah.
I actually like that game if it wasn't alcohol, obviously.
Yeah.
But if it was like gasoline or something like that, with the lighter on his hand and like, oh no, if I shoot, I'm gonna knock this lighter off, and then he's kind of stuck there.
It'd make more sense with like a gas pump, maybe.
Yeah.
You know?
I like that setup, but there's obviously
I think the thing though is like if it were gasoline, how do you get to that point, right? Because for a shonen manga, how do you get like kids to a gas pump?
I mean, realistically, the target audience of this is not thinking of these plot holes, right?
No, exactly.
And I like Jay said, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Why is a diner, like a burger diner like this, serving hard alcohol? Does that not seem strange?
No, Yugi just had that thing on him. Yugi brought it. He knew exactly what it was. He was like, this is 80 proof Russian vodka. I remember reading that because I was like, how does he know? He knows a lot about this alcohol.
Because it's his.
Because my grandpa drinks it all the time. He smells
I keep
funny.
it in my bag.
That's another thing I thought was weird. We talked about like how the manga was kind of crude, but like in the first chapter, he comes home with Anzu and his grandpa's like, Anzu, you've gotten older. Your boobs have gotten bigger. And it's like,
it's classic trope.
I mean, it's classic horny old man.
Yeah,
but I think I think the other thing too is like maybe they're like trying to portray him as like, yeah, he's an old creepy man, but he's also like young at heart.
Yeah,
you know?
I think like
and he's
initially
he's staring at girls' chests.
I think initially they were going like Master Roshi kind of deal, and then like probably a little bit in they kind of retcon that.
And I think you got to put this again. You said this is a manga of its time, and in that day and age, that was a lot less frowned upon.
Oh, for sure.
Like,
I'm not saying
back then, like it was not. That wouldn't have been very weird. I don't think.
I'm more so
1996.
I know. I'm just more so like looking at it compared to the Grandpa Muto we get in the anime. Like it's just
where he's just a cinnamon roll.
Yeah.
It's
just a nice guy who doesn't want to part with his stuff.
He's
kind of greedy, actually, if you think about it.
Because he has all this stuff. Well, he has a shop. He has a business to run.
He's got all this stuff. I mean, hey, I want some of that stuff.
He's got
really
an ancient Egyptian puzzle that nobody can solve and is one of a kind.
Just happens to have it.
Yeah.
He must have been like an archaeologist or something. It's kind of implied, I think, a little bit.
His friend was.
Yeah. I did do the thing where I pulled up the reviews that people have put here. I'm curious if you guys want to react to them a little bit.
I would love to hear them, but I refuse to react.
Okay. It sounds like Cole avoiding doing what he's told as usual. YuGiOh, a masterpiece of its era. Strong wording.
That's
there.
very bold.
That's bold. Okay. I think we're all in agreement there. That's bold, but that's the most liked review. So
Okay.
Second most liked review. This manga isn't perfect by any means, but has a ton of heart and soul and deserves to be recognized for it. That I think I agree with.
I agree with that more.
I agree with it more. Okay. I think that, and I'm curious about this, how many people just like watched the anime and then went to the manga page and liked that for that?
Could be. I bet. I'm thinking there's definitely some people.
Probably some,
it's hard to
for
say.
sure.
It's impossible to know.
But
right?
at the same time, I think a lot of YuGiOh's popularity comes from the anime or the Duel Monsters anime.
Right.
Because there was there was another anime actually that came out that Toei did before that people call Season 0, which is basically a lot more in line with the manga.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
I've heard of it. I need to watch it someday because I'm kind of curious to like see. Because as I was reading this, I'm like, I think this would make for kind of a good anime. Actually,
probably
a little more episodic. Honestly, make it like kind of crazy and like dramatic. I think it could be good.
Yeah, give Yugi that silly face. That's what I want. Yeah,
the little C-shaped mouth. Last review: carefully crafted battle shonen that is widely misunderstood. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, carefully crafted.
Is it a battle
shonen?
I mean, we should note that this is for the entirety of YuGiOh the manga.
Yeah.
So that's what maybe it does develop a bit later on. Which
once
would
it gets
make
to
sense,
like the dueling stuff, you got Duelist Kingdom and Battle City, which I'd say like are both battle manga. Like the dueling stuff is pretty battle.
Yeah.
You know? But
it's pretty battle, bro.
Pretty battle.
I'm curious how, what I really want to know, I might continue reading just purely to see how the hell they come back from where they've already gone with like Kaiba and stuff like that, and then turn it into the YuGiOh that we know and love. Because it must turn into the YuGiOh. Like there must be Pegasus's castle and all that stuff, and it must, right?
I know it ends in the in the same way the anime does, where like Yugi duels Atem to set his soul free. The only real difference there is Kaiba wasn't there, but and that's where the Dark Side of Dimensions movie comes from, because Kaiba wasn't there, so he never acknowledges that Yugi's the true king of games.
See, like this is why I kind of wanted Jay to read this and discuss on the podcast too. I knew Jay had that YuGiOh lore down. So I'm curious. Which
the manga is non-canonical, actually.
Technically, the anime isn't canonical.
Yeah, and as someone who like me and Shazana just recently started watching Sailor Moon, and I've read some of the manga of Sailor Moon, and now reading this, the original.
Okay.
it is wild how back in the day they were like, oh, cool, you wrote like this whole story with like these really like kind of, you really thought this all through. We're just going to like completely scrap that and do our own thing.
Yeah, it's really cool, but we're just not going to do that.
We're not going to do that. We're just going to like, your characters are pretty cool. We're going to use them, but they're going to be completely different.
Yeah, I will say though, I feel like the anime had a charm to it that the manga just kind of didn't really have.
I mean, we grew up with it too.
That is true. It might be a nostalgia thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm while we're doing this review, I'm kind of pushing. I want to push for the YuGiOh Brotherhood remake. You know?
Yeah.
Keep it in line with the manga. That'd be kind of cool.
You know
I
what?
guess.
So while Jay actually said that he prefer, like he's like, oh, I think I prefer the anime, is kind of what you were just saying. I think me, as the anime fan I am right now, if the original YuGiOh came out, like the anime that we know and love, and more like canonical adaptation of this manga came out, I'd be much more inclined to watch this version of YuGiOh.
Okay.
Rather than just the Duel Monsters side, because I think the card game to me as an adult would kind of lose some of the appeal.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, it's like, how long can you carry this card thing? This card shtick.
I don't know. I mean, again, I think like it's also because I felt like the episodic style of it kind of got old a little quick. Whereas like with the dueling, it was kind of like there's a centralized, understandable game that they're playing, and the rules never really change unless Yugi pulls something out of his butt to win.
Yeah. Yugi's got like 5 million Monster Reborn. He's got Pot of Greed everywhere.
Attack the moon. I mean,
attack the moon. Yes, of course. Attack the rings on the castle. Now, Jay, I would very much like to hear your ending thoughts.
Sure.
If you would, please.
I think it's a dated manga, but it's definitely got some enjoyment to it. There's like we all said, there's good merit to it if you like that typical shonen jump style of manga, or if you are just interested in seeing Yu-Gi-Oh's roots. This is also an interesting read to see where the series came from. But I think that like it could get old real fast with how the episodic nature kind of tackles everything. And I could definitely see people eventually getting bored. And honestly, like, and I was feeling this while I was reading it. If I weren't doing it for a review, I probably would have dropped it.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Michael?
Okay.
Yeah. I kind of echo what Jay said. I think it's definitely of its time. I think if it came out nowadays, people would, it's kind of like I alluded to the Beatles earlier. Like if they dropped I Want to Hold Your Hand nowadays, it wouldn't go very far. But it's kind of because it is one of the founding fathers a little bit. The ideas that are in this have been done a million times since, but when it came out, it was kind of like, oh, that's cool. But at the same time, I'm reading it now in 2024 as an adult man reading a children's manga. And I can't say that it's a masterpiece. That first review or whatever, a masterpiece of its time. You can't, just simply cannot give it that AniPro certified label. I would go so far maybe as to say it tickles my jimmies a little bit. But I think the real answer here for me is that I think I'd consider continuing this one, because I think I want to see where it goes, and the nostalgia factor is strong.
Yeah.
And I know you guys were a little more down on it than me, but I think it's got quite a bit of charisma for what it is at the same time. And I'm curious to see where it goes from here. And I really want to know how they turn Seto Kaiba into the maniacal billionaire that he is and we know and love.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm going to consider continuing for this one.
Okay. I mean, I kind of mentioned this, but when I started reading this, it was a big, why did you do this to me, Michael?
You're welcome.
I can't believe you've done this. But as I started, as I read more and more, I warmed up a little bit more on it. that being said, warming up on it from being not enjoyable to being tolerable isn't the biggest glow up for me. I saw stuff that I did enjoy. I do just want to point out that it's episodic, but like there is an overarching kind of mystery to it, right?
A little bit.
Like, who is this dark Yugi?
Yeah.
Kind of stuff. But it didn't strike me in the way that I wanted it to. So yeah, if it weren't for the review, I probably wouldn't have finished it. I'm actually glad that we did do 3 volumes for it. But I don't think I would have made it that far if we didn't. If we didn't do the review.
That checks out.
Yeah.
I think that's a fitting review because I'm a little more nostalgic for it than you guys are for sure.
I never read the manga. I watched the anime. But it's so different.
It is. It's a completely different beast. And you kind of bring me to the question I wanted to ask you is how do you guys feel about the longer manga reviews? It sounds like this one was kind of a hit.
Yeah, I mean, I am fine with it. Yeah, sure. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think of like a more diplomatic way of saying that I'm fine with it, but I suppose saying I'm fine with it is plenty diplomatic.
It's pretty diplomatic, I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because manga you can fly through, right?
And at the same time, I think sometimes, and we found this a lot of the time, we'd be reading a volume and we'd be like, this isn't enough to kind of gauge it.
It kind of was tricky sometimes getting one volume and being like, I kind of need a little more. I feel like that just the setup here is not enough.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna give you guys some hints for our next manga review.
Okay.
This one definitely is not. There is not 3 volumes of this manga. Definitely.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you some hints. You guys are gonna know what it is. But I'm not gonna reveal it until after the mailbag. We discussed it actually last week. I believe one of you said that you wished you had picked it for a manga review. And I read it. I know all 3 of us have read it, but I'd be interested to review it because it's timely.
So maybe we'll review it a little quicker than usual is maybe what you're hinting at here, if it's what I'm thinking of.
A little quicker, but I'll leave that there. You guys can ruminate on it while we
I think we talked about it on the pod actually, so
I think we did,
if you listened to last week, you should have a pretty good idea here.
Possibly.
It's time for the mailbag.
Yeah, it's mailbag time. If you've got a mailbag, you can send that over to us on our website, AniProPod.com/mailbag.
That's right.
Mailbag.
Yes.
Or in the Discord. Links in the description.
Or in the Discord, yeah. And this is from the Discord. This is actually a patron priority mailbag wee woo from Mogmog. What character would you like to see get a spin-off anime? Elaborate. I had one and then I realized that there was a spin-off. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Which one did you pick?
I was going to go with Reagan from
Mob Psycho 100.
Mob Psycho, but yeah, he kind of had one.
Yeah.
He had like
Did he really?
VA. Yeah, there was no VA.
Oh, okay.
Oh shoot, no, I need to think of something else.
What about Seto Kaiba? What if we get a Kaiba Corp anime where it's just like him like running Kaiba Corp and being a crazy rich guy?
Yeah, that would be
that could be fun.
Like The Office.
Yeah.
The Office, but with Seto
The
Kaiba.
Office, but Kaiba Corp. That'd be funny. Do you have one, Jay? I see you thinking over there.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Share your idea.
Okay. So the first idea that popped into my mind is a spin-off of Misty. But after she kind of like split off from Ash and went back to the gym.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I feel like Pokemon is like ripe for this as well.
Yeah.
I'm kind of into that because like Misty is like a beloved character in the Pokemon series, and she's always just kind of been like the sidekick, And I know same with Brock, but like
Brock got a lot of time in the anime.
Yeah, and like frankly, there's more appeal for Misty. Like that was a lot of people's like first
anime
crush. Yeah. So I feel like that's a good pick, Jay. I like that one.
It's especially weird coming from Jay too, because you're not a Misty guy. You're a Dawn stan.
I mean, the one I grew up with was May.
Or May, that's right. Sorry.
But like, I think first of all, there's just so much money in Misty. Especially like at the end of Ash's journey, the team that he had was Ash, Misty, and Brock, which was the classic trio. Like, and nostalgia is probably one of the biggest seller like things that sell right now. So like, Misty would probably be the one that makes the most sense.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I panicked, scrambled, and I found one.
Okay.
Chika Fujiwara, post-graduation, in the workplace. I don't know. She's doing crazy.
When she becomes prime minister.
Yeah.
Can I bounce off of that?
It's a political thriller.
Chika Fujiwara going around eating ramen.
Maybe it's a short
bit, not the full thing.
So like use the ramen chapters as kind of like a backdoor pilot, and kind of bounce off of that is what I'm thinking.
See, okay, here. What if I combine the two? Chika Fujiwara becomes prime minister of Japan. But and she's got to do all of this work, but in her heart, all she wants to do
is to
just go to ramen places and eat ramen. So the whole series is about her trying to like sneak out from her like
presidential duties
and like away from her like security team to go and eat ramen.
I like it. Okay. I'm here for that.
Okay.
Yep.
I think that would be hey, I'm a genius. What can I say? And humble.
So very humble. So very humble.
Mr. Himedare himself, humble.
Yes.
Michael, do you have one?
Oh boy. I can't think of. I'm not good with these. I'm not good at coming up with creative ideas on the spot. Give me Mish Kobayashi's Dragon Maid spinoff.
Okay.
But it's like of Toru's like past. They kind of covered a little bit in the manga, a little bit.
Yeah, maybe a little more in depth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that because Kobayashi's Dragon Maid has lots of spin-offs. I'm curious. I'd like to see some of them animated, probably. Maybe a movie. Yeah.
Okay.
We need more KyoAni in our lives.
We do.
So
That's right.
I'm pro that for sure.
You're AniPro that?
I am. That is an AniPro certified take. I think that we can all agree with. We need more KyoAni.
Not too much though. We don't want another Mappa situation on our hands.
Well, I mean, like, hey, if they could do like 2 shows a year, I'd be pretty pleased with that. Okay, so you've listen. I can see you've all been sitting on the edge of your seats. I can see you.
Hold on, let me get to the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's gonna fall off his chair or break it again.
Okay, so do you guys have any idea?
Yeah, I do.
Do you guys think you know?
I think I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cole's probably change it because we probably know what it is.
No.
Classic Cole move.
No, we're gonna review Ruri Dragon.
There you go.
It's coming back, so I figured, you guys mentioned it last week. I went and read it, and I thought this would be a nice, refreshing, just a nice light breeze. So yeah, I thought this would make a good review.
By the time you're listening to this, it will be back.
It'll be back in a big way. Yeah. But we're only going to review, let's review what's released.
Okay.
As of recording.
Okay.
So whether it's the 6 or 7 or 8 chapters or whatever.
I think there's 6, and I think the 7th chapter will have just come out by the time we record the next episode.
The 8th chapter will have come out by the time.
Oh,
is the 7th chapter already out now?
Oh, no. Yes, it will have just come out. Yes.
Okay.
I'm thinking like.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Do your homework. Go read Ruri Dragon.
It's short.
And I'm gonna bite my tongue. Yeah, so we're gonna go to a break, and then we're gonna come back, and we're gonna bring great shame to our families, and discuss how we want to
do things to
hentai,
anime.
isekai, or daisuki.
Hentai,
Daisuki,
isekai.
Waifus.
Whatever order you say it in. Yes.
Hi, Jay's dad.
Yes.
Okay, let's go to
listen to that today.
Jay's dad, hentai means have sexual relations with these anime characters. Break.
Welcome back to the
Welcome back to Nip.
Welcome back to the Anime Podcast.
Welcome back to Nip.
What?
Show the logo.
Show the logo. What are you talking about?
You want me to show me my nips?
No.
Is that what you're asking, Jay?
In AniPro,
Here,
if you
I'm doing it
look
now.
at the name AniPro, Nip is in there.
It's
Okay.
true.
Yeah.
So welcome back
Okay.
to Nip.
This is quite the reach. I'm here for it, though.
Welcome back to Nip.
Welcome back to Nip.
We've
Yeah,
just had a look inside the mind of a Jay Gardian, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. Yes.
The Jay's
Lots of nips in
mind,
there.
lots of nips. This is the perfect episode for him because we're gonna discuss who we would like to bed, wed, and end up dead.
Bed,
Behead.
wed,
Yes.
and give to Fred.
Yeah.
Flintstone.
In hindsight,
Because
maybe that
we're
when we
gonna
were
send
like
them to the Stone Ages.
when we were debating for like hours trying to figure out like the better name for the show other than F, Marry, Kill.
Yeah.
Wed, bed, behead actually is quite a good one.
It's pithy for sure, but
Yeah.
I think we wanted
It's not
something
anime themed.
We wanted anime themed, because we're a bunch of weebs
We are.
and we have a problem.
Word. Mm-hmm.
Uh,
What's the problem?
We got a lot of anime characters,
we've
and
got
we need
a
to
lot
find
of anime
out.
characters.
Oh,
We need to find
Okay.
out whether they should
Like
be
30 or
bed,
so.
wed, or end up dead.
Yeah.
Okay. So I also propose to you guys a twist to make this a little more even anime-ier as
Okay.
well.
Okay.
So we're gonna obviously you guys understand what hentai means in this case.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we do.
Of the implications, right?
Mm-hmm.
We also understand what daisuki means, right?
Mhm.
You're confessing your love, you're marrying, right?
Mhm.
You know what that means.
Yeah.
And isekai, you're sending this person, you're ending their life and sending them to another world, right?
Right.
We're driving
Yeah.
the trucks.
Yeah.
You're driving the truck. So I thought it might be fun if you choose to isekai a character, you must be the one who takes their life from them.
Okay. What if we have a scenario, like what if you describe the way that you are going to
Yes.
isekai them?
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to know how you do it, and I want to see how practical it is because I think it might be fun based on I've previewed the list of characters, and I think there might be some that you want to instantly throw in isekai because it's easy for you.
Mhm.
But maybe if you actually had to end it for them all,
Mhm.
might be a little more difficult.
Mhm.
Might be a good idea for us to maybe just reveal our characters here.
Sure.
So we're not gonna get to them all, right? We're just gonna go until we run out of time, essentially, right?
Yeah, we might be able to get through them all. But yeah, we each had 10 characters. So, and why don't we reveal them in the order that we revealed our lists on Discord?
Mm-hmm.
So that would be
Correct.
Jay first.
Okay.
So you're up first.
Yes.
Jay.
So
Who's on your list?
So my list, we've got Your Forger from Spy Family,
Okay.
Sung
very good.
Good
Jinwoo
choice.
from Solo Leveling,
Very good.
Okay.
Kiss Shot Acceleraon Heart Under Blade from Monogatari.
Very good.
Mhm.
Specifically like the Kiss Shot form, not Shinobu.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mizuhara Chizuru from Rent a Girlfriend. Dio
Yeah.
from JoJo's.
Okay.
Nice choice.
Saber from Fate Stay Night.
Okay.
Nice.
Professor Oak from Pokemon.
I know I'm wedding him.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
definitely Daisuki.
Fuuko Izumo from Undead Unluck.
Oh, okay.
Free Ren.
Jay's got to get his elf girls in there.
It's got to get his elf in there.
And Revy from Black Lagoon.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So I was
Solid
next.
Mm-hmm.
I was next. So
Mm-hmm.
my list is as follows. We've got C2. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know her. You love her.
Mhm. Yep, from Code Geass.
Yeah. We've got my favorite villain in anime, Gilgamesh, for the ladies out there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Kikiri Hiroi from Bocchi the Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is that?
That's the bass player.
Oh, the drunk bass player. Okay, gotcha.
We've got Holo because I mean, I'm not
She's
a
the wise
furry.
wolf.
Yep.
I'm not a furry. Nazuna Nanakusa. She's a vampire. She's fun.
Vampire.
Lucy from Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Mm-hmm.
Kurisu Makise from Steins Gate.
Mm-hmm.
Makima from Chainsaw Man. And Tatsumaki from One Punch Man. And I didn't miss any of them.
And
You did miss two.
Oh,
You
no.
just
I did miss one.
You missed two.
No, I only missed one. Misato Katsuragi. Obviously.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who's the second one I missed?
you missed.
Yeah. No, that's for your eyes only.
Oh.
Did I actually miss one?
Oh. No, you for some reason wrote right after all of your
yeah, Jay
it
and
looks
I,
like it's in your list.
Jay and I resolved the issue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we
What was the
accidentally
issue?
Don't worry
we
about it.
accidentally had
Don't worry about it.
characters. We both had one character.
You had an overlap? I want to know who your overlap
Don't worry
was.
about it. We'll talk about it
we
off
had
air.
two. It was Kurisu, Makise, and Makima. But Jay was kind. and
Yes.
He gave them to me.
There you go.
Mike.
Yes. Because it was tricky because we tried to pick characters that are over 18 just to avoid being labeled as creeps.
Mhm.
So there's not that many.
To
There's
avoid
not
being
that many characters.
labeled as more creep than...
Yeah. It's really hard with anime because we'll get into that in a different episode. So I picked Nico Robin from One Piece,
Okay.
Tsunade from Naruto,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Jessie from Pokemon, Midnight from My Hero Academia,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
yeah, Tifa Lockhart from Final Fantasy VII. What is that? Do I hear someone saying that's not an anime? It is an anime. There are animes for Final Fantasy VII, so suck it.
I'll allow it.
Yeah. Aqua from Konosuba.
Mm-hmm.
Misa Amane from Death Note. Misa.
Okay.
Toru from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Who is the dragon maid herself.
The titular dragon maid.
Yes.
Mhm.
Her name is not Kobayashi. Mike. I forget what episode we mixed that up on. Satoru Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen.
No, it's actually from One Piece.
Probably. Yeah, I accidentally put One Piece as the anime for that one. Anyway, Satoru Gojo, probably the most thirsted after anime character right now, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And Mitsuri Kanroji from Demon Slayer, a topical choice as her Demon Slayer season 3 just featured her. So
Very
yes,
nice.
that is my list. Yes. And I have placed all of our lists into a random name picker application on the internet, also known as the International World Wide Web. I was trying to, sure. I don't know why I went that far.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's going to pick 3 names for us.
Okay.
Okay. Gentlemen, are you ready to Isekai, Daisuki, or Hentai some of these characters?
I'm ready to do 2 of those things.
I was born ready.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to pull 3, and then we're each going to say what we would do with each of them.
Okay.
The 3 in the first batch here are Fuuko from Undead Unluck,
Okay.
Tsunade from Naruto, and Midnight from My Hero Academia.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So Tsunade, I feel like, can support me, you know. She seems she's a strong woman.
Mm-hmm.
She's a strong, independent woman. Yeah.
And for that, I would wed her. Daisuki.
Okay.
For that one.
Okay.
Fuuko, without getting into too much, hentai.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see that one coming.
Midnight normally would be hentai, but I mean, just for the process of elimination, she must be destroyed.
Eliminated, isekai'd.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How are you doing that?
I am going to.
I don't even remember what her power is, honestly. I'm trying to think of what her power actually is, and she's just perverted, I think.
I think she's got like pheromones that like can control people. Is that right, Jay?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of how something happens in the manga. But I will basically take her, stand her in the street, and then I'll drive into her with a truck.
Okay. Very original. I like it. Probably won't do the job, to be honest with you.
It's a big truck. Listen, I've been training in driving in truck simulator, American Truck Simulator. Yeah.
You've never been more prepared for this moment.
That's right. Yeah. I'm ready.
Jay, who are you?
All right.
Hentai, isekai, or Daisuki?
So we're gonna hentai Midnight.
Yeah. I mean, there's no wrong answers on this one.
Yeah,
this one's pretty.
There's no wrong answers. Yeah.
I don't see. Here's the thing. I don't want to hentai Fuuko because of her ability. So
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm taking that out of the equation.
Okay. That said, I think she and I would get along better than myself and Tsunade. So I'm gonna Daisuki Fuuko.
Okay.
And Isekai Tsunade.
Okay.
I think that's an interesting choice because like Tsunade, if you Daisuke Tsunade, don't you like? Isn't that basically like a death sentence for yourself?
Is it?
Kind of, because everyone she cares about kind of dies, I think.
Yeah, we're all gonna die.
Yeah, we're all gonna die.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true. Yeah.
You touch Fuuko.
But Jay, how are you murdering my wife?
I'm gonna take a classic Glock, point it straight to her head.
Oh my god.
And do the job.
Okay. Well,
Jay's living out some fantasies.
Yeah,
here.
that's just straight up like that's okay. Yeah, no, that'll get the job done.
That's some YuGiOh 1996 stuff right there.
Yeah. All right, Mike.
Yeah. Okay, it's my turn. I got Fuuko, Tsunade, and Midnight. I'm going to go the obvious route. I will also hentai with Midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look at me.
Yeah, we're looking at Cole. He's intimidated by a strong, powerful woman.
I mean, hey, I'm not intimidated. I mean,
things will happen.
Fuuko's got stuff going on that I'm. Yeah, never mind. No, keep going.
Okay. So that was I feel like that's the most obvious choice. Was that Midnight will be the hentai choice? I'm gonna marry, Daisuki Tsunade. For similar reasons to Cole said. I feel like she can provide. I feel like she's the most stable of these three.
Yeah.
And I think that's just the choice I'm going to make because she seems like the most normal of the three as well. And then I'm going to Isekai Fuuko. I don't know the spoilers you guys keep giggling about, so I don't know what's your silly little chuckles about. Yeah.
There's nothing really like that we're giggling about. It's just Jay and I know what she does and I don't know.
Right.
And what?
So currently, for the average person, what she does is you can't touch her without getting bad luck.
Yeah.
Right. So to me, that's kind of a bad thing to have in either a confession of love interest or a hentai partner. So I'm going to take them out and put them into another world by Isekai. And for her, I'm just going to... What will I do? I'm going to take her out for a nice champagne and spaghetti and meatball dinner.
Okay. It's an interesting dinner.
We're going to go see a nice movie in the movie theaters.
What movie are you seeing?
We're seeing The Notebook.
Okay.
It's back for a limited time only.
Sure. Yeah.
And then on the drive home, I'm going to kick her out of the car on the highway.
Okay. Yeah, that'll do it.
That'll do it.
There we go. Okay. We've made our choices.
Well done.
Okay.
Good job, boys.
Thank you. All right. Next 3 are up.
Okay.
All right. We've got Nico Robin from One Piece.
Okay.
Cole, you're not familiar with this character. She's the... Do you know who she is at least?
She's the black-haired one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's basically the mom of the group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Gilgamesh.
Okay.
From Fate.
Now we're talking.
Okay.
And Jessie from Pokemon.
Okay.
Okay. This is tough.
This is a tougher one. This is a tougher one.
Yeah.
Should we do you want to go snake order? So I went last time, so I'll go first this time.
Sure. Okay. You might have to remind me of the characters, but I'll do my best to remember. But you can go first. Yeah.
Okay. So for me, I think the one that I'm going to hentai in this case is going to be Nico Robin.
Okay.
She's got all them hands. She can do stuff. She's got that cowboy outfit that she wears when she's Miss All Sunday. It's a good look.
Mike's
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm into it. And I just think, Nico Robin is a good option here. I'm going to This is where things get tough. Which one do I Daisuki? Because I also have to kill one of these two. And Gilgamesh is going to be a lot harder to isekai than Jessie. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
I'm going to Daisuki Gilgamesh out of fear. Because I don't think I can physically end his life and put him into another world. And I'm I'm intimidated and scared of Gilgamesh. And I will just serve him for the rest of my life, I guess.
Okay.
And that means that I'm going to isekai Jessie, which I did not expect to be my answer here. but I'm sorry, Jessie. I'm going to have to put you in a rocket and blast you off into space.
Okay.
That's how I'm going to isekai Jessie. Yes.
Okay. Jay.
Yes. So I am going to hentai Gilgamesh.
Very nice. Very good.
Okay. What made you make that choice?
The gates of Babylon.
Okay. What does that mean?
I mean, what more needs to be said?
Okay, enough said. Gates of Babylon.
Sure.
Very tempting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that was like a Fate reference that I didn't know or something.
No, I'm just...
reaction just tells me. Okay. Spread them gates open. Yep.
All right, Jim.
Yeah.
You got Nico Robin and Jessie.
Yeah,
left.
so I'm going to Daisuki Nico Robin. Kind of like how you guys said for Tsunade. I feel like she would take care of me, and also she'd be like a very interesting person to talk to with all that like archaeology knowledge and that.
I thought about Daisukiing her as well too, because she's for sure the most interesting person to talk to. I could see you living a full life with here.
And then I am going to isekai Jessie.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is I am going to buy her a very, very expensive robot to help her capture Pikachu.
Okay.
But the issue is that it's very it had a factory defect where
I think they're used to that, Jay.
They're pretty used to this.
It explodes when it comes in contact with something electrical.
Okay.
So it explodes very violently.
Okay.
So it's killing her and Pikachu.
Unfortunately.
So you have additional casualties in your...
There's collateral damage in Jay's isekaiing.
Okay.
All right. So, not to be that guy.
Yeah.
But, I mean, hentai Gilgamesh.
Yeah.
I mean...
Okay.
Of course.
I feel weird now. I feel like the prude here.
Guy's an absolute stud.
He is a unit.
Come on, man.
Yeah. And you're for sure being the bottom here. Let's be real.
And to be honest, I don't know if I could live with him.
Yeah.
So,
you know what? That might be the real answer here. Is like,
and
you can't kill him. You can't live with him.
Yeah.
Just let him hentai you.
And to come as a massive surprise to every single listener of this podcast, I am Daisukiing Nico Robin.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, because she is the One Piece character that is actually like not a horrifying monster. So
yep.
Yeah. Based on your guys' description, she just seems like a swell lady. Just a nice lady.
She's very nice, yeah.
Who's interesting. And like Mike said, she's got hands. I don't get the reference, but I'm okay.
She's got a lot of hands.
Yeah. And Jessie, obviously, unfortunately, must be isekai'd. I think all three of us isekai'd her.
Unanimous isekai of Jessie. Wow.
I think Jessie, for that reason, she should be taken out of the hat.
I can do that. I can make that happen.
Okay.
Yeah, if we unanimously isekai them.
Yeah.
Or even 2 out of 3. Let's say even 2 out of 3 will isekai them.
Sure.
Maybe 2 out of 3 the last one. I don't remember.
What was the last one?
No, I don't think it was.
I don't think it was.
Sorry, I have to announce how I'm going to murder this girl. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to hop in a rocket and we're going to blast off into space.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be a wonderful time. We're going to be 0G and everything, and we're going to fly all the way to Pluto on a magic school bus.
Okay.
Famously not a planet anymore. No, it's not a planet. It never was.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
It never was a planet. And then we're gonna go to Pluto, and then I am going to remove her helmet, and then she'll die in the vacuum of space, and that's
okay.
That's how she'll go. Horribly painfully.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
I feel like actually dying in the vacuum of space wouldn't be that bad, but
I think it would.
Anyway. Because I think it'd be quick. I don't.
Well, yeah. No. We'll talk about this off air.
We'll find out later.
We'll start our space podcast, and then we'll.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, you got.
Are you ready? I've eliminated Jessie.
Okay,
for
Jessie.
Okay. Jessie is gone.
Yeah.
Rip.
Okay. Next up, we've got Tatsumaki from One Punch Man.
Okay.
Satoru Gojo.
Okay.
From Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay.
And lastly, the water goddess herself, Aqua. From Konosuba.
All right. This is a contentious one, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I've been doing this podcast for a long, long time.
You have. This is true.
And I have a reputation.
You do.
And I am going to play into that reputation.
Okay.
Tatsumaki has step on me energy.
Mm-hmm.
Does she? I don't know. I'm not familiar with One Punch Man, so you're gonna have to kind of like walk me through her a little bit.
I mean, she's a tornado.
I kind of get a little bit of it.
Yeah. So
she's the older sister one.
She's the older sister one. Yeah.
Okay, that's smaller though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She's smaller.
Yeah, but she's like spunky.
Trope.
Yeah, she's spunky.
Okay,
who's this lost child? But she's got the step on me energy. So hentai.
Okay.
Yeah, she's also kind of a baddie too.
I mean, let's be real. Yeah. Who's okay? And then there was Gojo and
you got Gojo and Aqua.
Aqua seems like a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have a fun life with Aqua.
Okay.
So Daisuki Aqua. Unfortunately, ladies, Satoru Gojo, I must murder. And how else does one murder Satoru Gojo than by cutting him in half?
How are you going to do? It's a horrible way to go. That's a horrible way to go.
I mean,
Jay,
I'll find a way.
You'll find a way.
Life finds a way. You know,
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Yep.
I got a drop for that.
Is that the first use of this drop on the pod? I don't even know.
No, I've used it a couple times.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Jay, you have Tatsumaki,
the floor is
Gojo,
yours,
and
Jay.
Aqua.
Okay.
Yes.
I am going to hentai Aqua. I feel like I feel like she'd be a bit
You knew
annoying.
that right away.
I feel like she'd be annoying after a while to be wed.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I will Daisuki Tatsumaki.
Okay.
And I will invite Satoru Gojo to my malevolent kitchen.
Okay.
All right.
Take
what are you going to do to him there?
Well,
he's going to malevolent kitchen him,
yeah.
apparently. All right.
He's going to chop him up and put him in soup.
Yeah, I'll serve him a Gojo sushimi.
It's like that South Park episode where Cartman makes chili out of that out of that kid's parents.
Well, okay, I feel like you skipped over Daisuki Tatsumaki a little bit. Why'd you choose her? Specifically?
Process of elimination.
Okay. Oh, you just don't like Gojo.
No.
Okay, so coming at it from that side of things.
See, I'm glad I asked. I like to know the thought process.
All right.
I didn't want to say it
out of spite,
but
why?
Look, if Gege doesn't like him, I get it.
Yeah, Gege I don't think likes him very much based on events. Anyway, it's my turn. I'm going to who am I hentaiing here? I think I'm also going to hentai Aqua.
Okay.
For similar reasons to Jay. I feel like she's the most waifu-y of these three, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, I mean, one of them is a male, so he's not very waifu-y.
Yeah. It's true. He's a husbando. The husbando of the day and age.
Yeah.
And I think the problem with Aqua is I agree that I think that relationship and the ditziness would wear short pretty quickly. And that's for my reasons of the hentai aspect. For the Daisuki choice, I'm going to Daisuki Tatsumaki. I think. I don't know enough about her, but I think she's from a pretty well-off family from what I've seen a little bit. No? No, am I incorrect?
She's kind of like an experiment.
Because doesn't her sister wear like a lot of like, isn't she like pretty rich?
Yeah, well, she is because she's a hero.
Yeah.
But like their upbringing was like very not good.
Oh, so I've got it all twisted.
Yeah. I should explain that to you before you commit.
Thank you. I appreciate that because I said at the beginning I don't really know her that well.
I mean, hey, that's fine.
So instead, I'm going to change my answer. I'm actually going to Daisuke Satoru Gojo, my hunk of a man.
Sure.
Because not only does he seem like a very caring individual, he comes off aloof, but he deeply does care about his friends in class and his students. He's also loaded. So I'm not struggling for the rest of my life. I'm well protected. Mm-hmm. This guy's like almost unkillable.
Yeah.
And
almost.
And he just seems like a decent guy. I think he's similar to Aqua, though. I think maybe he'll be a little annoying as my husbando, but that's life. People are annoying. Yeah. And that means that I will have to Isekai Tatsumaki, the tornado lady from One Punch Man, which would not be an easy feat because I'm sure she's quite strong.
She is quite strong, but do bear in mind that Jay and I basically just copped out killing the strongest person in his universe.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can cop out on this one too. Nobody's going to hold it against you.
I'm going to get in my Storm Chaser van straight out of the movie Twister from 1995.
Did you see that they're doing a sequel to Twister?
They're doing a sequel to Twister, which is kind of crazy. Is it a sequel or is it just like a spiritual
I don't know, but it's called Twisters. And I hate it.
But it doesn't seem to have anything to do with... I don't think it has any references to the original, though, from what I've seen, which is weird.
I don't know. I gotta watch Twister.
Twister's a good movie. I gotta rewatch that.
What a bad, fun movie.
Anyway, I'm getting in my truck from Twister. I'm storm chasing her down so she can't blow me away with her Twister, her wind powers. Probably still can, but it's okay. And I'm going to hit her with a railgun that I've mounted on top of my van, and I'm going to railgun her right through the chest into another world.
Are you going to shoot her or just like run the gun into her?
No, like a railgun, you shoot it. It's like basically a laser beam. Yeah.
Oh, right. I'm thinking of like one of those like guns.
No, that's like a mini
rail gun is like a
gun. Yeah, like a sci-fi weapon of sorts attached to my storm hunting van.
Yes. I got it. Okay. We're good. Okay.
We're good. Oh, okay. For our next one, we have some bad boys here.
Okay.
We've got Sung Jinwoo from Solo Leveling.
Okay.
We've got Revy from Black Lagoon.
Okay.
And Cece, C2 from Code Geass.
Okay.
It's quite the matchup here.
That's some Code Geass, if you know what I mean.
Yes. Code Geass.
Code
And for that reason,
Mike,
I'm going to I'm going to hentai Revy.
Okay.
I think she's got the right energy for a hentai partner here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to make that choice. I don't know anything really about her because I have not checked out Black
She's
Lagoon
got a very
in my anime career. I kind of like her vibe though.
She's got like a very like prickly attitude. Like very like angy.
Mm-hmm.
She seems fun though, I would say.
Yeah.
So that leaves a Daisuki candidate and an Isekai candidate.
Correct.
And I'm going to go with Daisukiing CC because how can you not? How can you not? We're going to eat pizza together. We're going to have a good time. She's got green hair.
Yeah.
We're just going to enjoy life. Yeah. Me and CC. Me and C2 hanging out. Which means I have to kill Sung Jinwoo.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to be an easy task either.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to travel back in time in my handy dandy time machine.
Okay.
And murder him while he is still a weak hunter.
Okay.
Is what I'm going to do.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. I like it.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Jay.
So I am going to hentai Revy. I feel like Mike said, she fits.
I feel like she's the chalk choice here.
And she fits that vibe. And I am going to Daisuki Sung Jinwoo. I mean,
okay.
Like, let's he's strong, so like I'm never like no one's ever gonna mess with me because like if they're gonna mess with me, they're messing with Sung Jinwoo.
Yeah. Your man's gonna protect you.
Yeah, and also he's loaded. So like So like I'm set.
I thought about Daisukiing him as well, to be honest with you. Because it's a good setup. You're getting quite the nice arrangement there.
And then
also Jack.
Yeah. And then I'm going to Isekai C2.
Okay.
Poor CC.
I am going to forget what she can do.
Well, she's immortal.
Yeah.
Pretty tough to Isekai and immortal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I will give her a pill that kind of undoes immortality.
Okay.
And then do the same to her.
The handy pill to have.
Handy pill to have. And then I will do the same to her that I did to Tsunade.
I don't remember what you did to Tsunade.
Gun to the head.
Oh. That's gnarly.
Well thought out. Okay, so it's my turn, right?
Pizza if I had to go that route.
It's my turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, well, big Daisuki. Aishiteru to C2. Big time.
Okay.
Bigly. I'm marrying her. I'm happy. You guys can't take this away from me.
I would never try to, Cole. I just live for your happiness.
That being said, hentai Revy as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because
unanimous, the first unanimous hentai.
Well, I mean, she's got that energy.
She's got the vibe. Yeah.
I don't think
she's a baddie. She's a baddie. You can say
it. I don't think you can. I don't think you can like pin her down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's wild. You know,
she's.
Yeah, I don't think you're not marrying her.
No.
It'd be tough. She wouldn't want to marry you. Is the problem.
No.
And I think that would be fun. And then by process of elimination, obviously, I am hentai. No, not hentai.
Isekai.
Isekaiing. What's his name?
Sung Jinwoo.
Sung Jinwoo. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna borrow that time machine from Michael.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm it's free for lending. Yeah.
Okay.
It's AniPro property.
Yeah, and I'm gonna travel back. I don't know what, like 3, 4, 5 years. And I'm gonna take a trip over to South Korea.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go to the offices that the mangaka works at. and I'm going to tell him, here is $500,000. Do not write that manga.
Mm-hmm.
And that is it. That's it.
Okay.
And he'll take it.
Okay. So,
and he'll
so
not
the novel
write that
still
manga.
exists.
Then I'll do that to the novel. The spirit is the same. Thank you, Jay, for actuallying my elaborate plot.
Don't worry, Cole. There was like 7 different ways Jay could have actually you on that murder plot. It's okay. We get
you get what I mean. I will do more research in my time traveling escapades.
I mean, as soon as time travel's involved, like logic flies out the window. So it's okay. Yeah. It's okay. You're forgiven.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you ready for your next set of banging, slanging, and clanging?
Sure.
Candidates?
Yes, please.
Banging,
let's move on from
and
this.
hanging.
Yeah, there you go. Hang and woo. Kurisu Makise from Steins Gate,
Okay.
the redhead.
Mm.
Misa, also known as Misa Amane from Death Note, the goth mommy herself.
Okay.
Or sorry, goth GF herself, the first one, originator.
Yeah.
And Midnight from My Hero Academia.
Okay.
Very edgy trio here. All have M in their name.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Okay, so Misa is being hentai'd. I mean, come on, goth. Yeah, like that.
Goth
just
GF energy,
goth GF.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna have a good time.
Not a long time though.
Not a long time. Thanks, Jay.
I mean, like you're not gonna marry her.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
This is a one-night stand situation.
Yeah. Okay. What the hell does that mean?
He's saying that it'd be quick, Cole.
Yeah.
I'm saying it'll be one night instead of the rest of your life. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Who is the other one? Get my mind out of the gutter. Do you realize what we're doing right now?
What episode we're doing, Jay? Get out of here.
Kurisu.
Just living in his ivory castle there.
Kurisu will be wed to me. She is I think she's got a good head on her shoulder. She's got a good career to look forward to. I feel like she can support me while I sit at home and play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll go with that. And Midnight again. See you later. I don't know. What did I do to her initially? I hit her with a truck. This time I'm going to
second truck.
I hit her with the truck, and now I'm reversing over her collapsed body.
You find out that she actually, so like she got isekai'd already, and then you like re-isekai'd her once again.
Yeah, I showed up in
isekai'd now.
I gated over to her where she is in the isekai, and then I backed the truck up over her.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
Okay.
That's fitting.
Okay.
Jay.
So we got Kurisu, we got Misa, and we got Midnight, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hentai Midnight.
Okay, Jay's got a type.
The doy.
He's got a type. We're learning. Yep.
We are going to. This one's tough because I feel like I could do the cop out, or I could be more creative here.
I think creative is the more fun way.
Yeah,
let's go creative.
Be creative.
Okay.
Cop-out's boring.
I'm gonna Daisuki Kurisu.
Okay.
I feel like, I mean, she's in like a science department in university. Like she's got a good head on her shoulders. She knows what she's doing.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't know, those like weird eyes that Misa's got, that like that's kind of weird. And then like she told me that like she can see my name above my head and also how long I'll have left to live.
You've talked to Misa?
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, in this scenario.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, is Jay having like delusional hallucinations? I mean, we need to talk.
Yes, but this time it's warranted.
This time it's
okay. This makes sense.
This hypothetical. And I was like, that's just weird. Like, get her away from me. I don't want to know that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So you're going to murder her.
So I'm going to steal Light's Death Note and write her name in it.
Okay.
So
you simultaneously are aware of the Death Note and its power.
Yeah.
But don't believe...
But you're also weirded out that she can do the same thing.
This bitch is crazy.
Well, like... I think it's weird, but like the reason I know about it... The only reason I know about the Death Note is because she told me about it when she told me about the eyes.
Yes, the eyes. The eyes.
The eyes.
I have the Shinigami eyes. Yes.
Okay, Mike.
Okay, I'm up. I'm going to... Let's go with hentaiing. Oh, this is a tough one. I could hentai or isekai or daisuki, probably all three of these.
Yeah, they're all pretty good.
I'm gonna hentai.
That doesn't narrow it down.
Misa. I'm gonna hentai Misa.
Okay.
Goth GF energy. I think it's a good choice there. Definitely like a waifu idol for a reason, I would say, is how I describe that. And and the cosplay aspect as well. And then the daisuki candidate for me is probably going to be Kurisu Makise. Like you guys kind of said, I think we all unanimously said that she's like literal waifu material. Like she's stable. She's got a good future ahead of her, good head on her shoulders. Seems like she'd be a good person to talk to. Could see, like, you could picture a future there, right?
Right.
Which leaves the isekaiing of Midnight. And how will I do this? How will I isekai this crazy teacher who is dressed really inappropriately for school?
Yeah.
I'm going to...
I mean, they all are, aren't they?
They kind of all are. It's very inappropriate.
Yeah.
I'm going to take her to the principal's office. And I'm going to give her a stern reprimanding.
Yeah, I bet you are.
For wearing such revealing clothing in a high school, or is it a middle school?
It's a high school.
It's a high school.
What is she doing with these children? And then at the end of this
I'm
reprimanding,
going to murder her.
I'm going to fire her.
Okay.
And then take a gun out and shoot her, J style.
So you're gonna fire her, then fire at her.
Say to her, "Why did you make me do this?"
why did you make me do this?
That's what's gonna happen.
Just straight up shoot her. I love it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like that's just the way to take her out. You know.
Well, that was 2 midnights. Is she gone now? Can we finally be rid of her?
That is right. Yeah, we can be rid of Midnight.
We're also rid of
here.
Sung Jinwoo and Satoru Gojo.
Oh yeah, we are then too. Yeah,
that's right. Okay, hold on. I'll adjust. I'll adjust.
Get them out of here. I don't want to see them anymore.
Where's Gojo?
Jay's keeping track.
That's the thing. Jay, he's got a good brain on his ears, and he will let you know when things are happening.
I wasn't going to say anything.
The listeners should know that if we remove the headphones off of Jay's ears, his brain does fall out.
It also it at least will show for sure.
So
okay. We've got Tatsumaki from One Punch Man, Nico Robin, and Tifa Lockhart. So we've kind of covered 2 of those people already.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, as Mike put it, Tatsumaki is a baddie. And I am very much in favor of a second one night stand with her.
Yeah, you get 2 in this case.
Yeah,
that's
hentai. Let's go. Yeah.
Okay.
That being said, I'm not sure how willing I would be to have like an extramarital affair when Tifa Lockhart is my waifu, is my wife.
Understandable.
In this situation.
You're living a pretty happy life at that point.
Yeah. Like if I could, I would apply her to both. But I will marry Tifa. Tifa's such a nice girl. And I mean, like, let's
be real. She's one of the most beloved waifus of all time for a reason.
Yeah. Yes. So, and by the way, Mike said Tifa is an anime character. I'm going strictly off of the game, the remakes.
This is the technical thing where you get her in on a technicality.
Yeah.
But then it's free game once she's in the club.
Okay. And who's the third one?
Nico Robin.
Nico Robin. I am throwing her off the side of a ship.
Okay.
And yeah.
That would work. That'd be very
Making her walk
effective,
the plank?
actually.
No,
Yeah.
I'm going to just.
Oh, you're just gonna toss.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna,
she can't swim, so that's a
just
very
gonna push
effective
her
strategy.
off. Like,
yeah.
Like what happens often on cruises. People just disappear and they never find them.
Makes sense.
Like that's what Cole's going to do to us, Jay. He's alluding to it.
Come
Jay,
join the AniPro cruise.
So I understand what Italy is got going on.
Oh,
there.
right. I always forget this meme.
I like it how every time we bring up the meme, Cole's like, "What are you talking?" And then he remembers that the Italian Senate watched Tifa Lockhart porn. Yeah. So fun
I looked at that and said, "Hey, that's neat," and went, "Okay, let's hentai Tifa."
Like, you mean the video they were watching? You went and watched it for review purposes.
Yeah, and then hentai Tifa myself because
that's right. Yeah.
And then
I do know.
Yeah, no, we got it.
Yeah, we get it.
And then
preaching to the choir, buddy.
Nico Robin is my wife. So
okay. Yeah.
It's a good choice.
So I'm going
when I put her in here, I knew you had a bit of a fondness for her. So that was a bit of insider baseball by my insider trading.
And then
going on.
I'm going to Isekai Tornado.
Tatsumaki.
Yeah.
Tatsumaki. Yeah.
Okay. And how?
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna recreate an episode of Storm Chasers.
Okay.
Chase after that storm, but instead of
I'm chasing after that storm.
Instead of just like filming it, we're gonna take a giant railgun and just
it sounds familiar.
This was already done. This is the exact same thing. This is exactly what Michael did.
And
bar for bar.
Just stole my idea. Let me guess, you're gonna railgun her next.
And railgun her.
Original. How original.
Line for line, bar for bar. Holy, yeah.
Now I know why props get so mad when you plagiarize stuff. So it's done already. Okay, I'm gonna go with my hentai character will be Tifa Lockhart for obvious reasons.
Yeah. I mean, there's
no, still Tifa, and then I'm gonna go with my waifu. My Daisuki candidate will be Nico Robin.
Oh no.
Because she's just so lovely. She's the most grown up of these. She's mature. She's mature. She's actually like 28, which I was surprised by. Yeah. And then Tatsumaki is going to be isekai'd for good in this case.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get in my Storm Chasers vehicle, track her tornado down.
Okay.
And then I'm going to summon down a god to smite her into oblivion.
Okay.
Yes. What did you think I was going to do?
Oh, there's no way of knowing. Yeah. I do just want to point out.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say this, but now she's gone. So now she's gone.
She's gone.
Her power isn't to make tornadoes. I just want to.
I don't know what she does.
She's telekinetic. Yeah, she can. She's like a super. She's like Mob, but like stronger.
No, I think one has said that.
Who cares? Next,
she's literally as strong as. If she were to fight Mob, they'd go to a
stalemate. Your forger.
Okay.
Misa.
Okay.
And Fuuko from Undead Unluck.
Okay.
I think I have to go first.
Yeah, you're first.
I'm first. I'm definitely, this is an easy one for me. I'm hentaiing your forger. And the reason's not what you think. First of all, obviously all these characters are pretty good waifus, right?
Yeah.
But they're not in this list if they weren't hentai candidates. But your forger, the reason why she got demoted from Daisuki material to me, listen, if she was Daisuki, she's a terrible cook. She's really, I know she tries really hard as a housewife and stuff.
You're a good cook.
That's true.
Yeah.
And there's people always trying to kill her. I feel like I'm going to get backlash from that. There's just too many hazards that I'm dodging all the time here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then that leaves Misa to be my beloved. Misa, my beloved. Daisuki.
Okay.
And I just think that's a good couple there. That's a nice coupling. And I will enjoy my lifetime with Misa. Which leaves, once again, I have to eliminate the bad luck girl herself, Fuuko.
Mm-hmm.
Similar way I did it last time. I don't remember how I did it last time. So I will. I think I took her on a nice date. No,
yeah, you took her. It was the nice date.
I took her on a nice date.
And then
right?
you just kicked her out of the car.
Yeah, I kicked her out of the speeding vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take her to see a Bruce Lee movie.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna watch it. And then I'm going to make her watch Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze.
Okay.
And I'm going to rip her throat out with my bare hands. Just like in Roadhouse.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Jay.
All right. So I am going to...
Crap, I get bad luck for ripping her throat out. I'm going to wear gloves.
Okay.
I'm going to hentai your forger.
Okay.
Daisuki Fuuko.
You have to explain why.
Why. I just think like she'd be an interesting person to talk to. I think we'd vibe. She likes manga.
Mm-hmm.
She does.
So like we'd be able to read manga together and enjoy manga, and I think that she'd just be a good companion.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I'm going to Isekai Misa. So what we're gonna do is
this is where he's excited.
Yeah, this is where he's got the details down.
We're gonna
I'm gonna shoot her in the head.
No, we're gonna storm chasers her go straight to the tornado that she obviously created.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, obviously.
Wait a minute.
And we're going to use the Pokemon that I obviously have. Let's go with Arceus.
Okay. Yeah, let's go with Arceus. Yeah.
Let's just go with the god, literal god. Okay.
And
wait a second. Mike called down God.
And
why is there a tornado in this one? You're getting your wires crossed.
Why not?
Okay. Yeah, no, can't argue with that.
Cole, who is your hentai? We already know where Jay's going.
Yeah. Okay.
He's a silly little goober.
Somehow I survived my last escapade with Fuuko. And you know what? I'm ready for a second one. One night stand with Fuuko. Hey, I'm wearing protection, so I'm good. Right?
Yeah.
Right? Those are the only parts that touch. Right?
That's how it works.
That's how it
you
works.
Just put a bed sheet between you.
Yeah.
And you guys, I mean, like, come on, your forager is a great wife. Yeah, she can't cook, but like she does everything else. Like,
I think the main reason why I couldn't Daisuki Yor is because I'd be too shy and we'd get nowhere.
Well, I mean, let's be real here, Jay. We host an anime podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna be shy no matter what.
Yeah, we're gonna be shy.
Yeah.
No, yours got a job. She's good with children. She's, I mean, similar to Tifa. I mean, do I really need extramarital affairs if I'm with your forager?
Okay.
Misa will be destroyed. Oh, I had an idea for her, and then now I've lost it. Here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna go skydiving.
Okay.
And like, it'll be so fun. And I give her parachute pack. And then we jump out of the plane, and I'm like, okay, pull your chute. So I pull my chute. My chute pops up. And then when
I think I know exactly where this is going.
When she pulls her chute, pots and pans come backpack. And then she
pulls the chute and a bunch of pots and pans fly out. She plummets to her death.
She plummets to the ground.
Oh, that's horrible.
The classic Looney Tunes bit.
Pots and pans. I don't know. I gave her a backpack full of pots and pans.
She's like, I just imagine her like scrambling, like what's going on? You just look at her, you shrug.
See ya.
Just hold up a sign that says "See ya."
Yeah. And then you pull your chute and you're gone. You're just waving. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Last one, then we'll do some speed rounds. Okay. We got Toru from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
Okay.
Mitsuri Kanroji, the Hashira of Love.
Okay.
And Holo, the Wise Wolf.
Oh no. Okay. It's my turn first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Daisuki Holo, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
She is.
Get the obvious one out of the way for you.
She's
for sure.
the Wise Wolf. Mitsuri will be Hentai.
Okay.
I mean, she's very nice.
Mm-hmm. Nice how?
Like, she's got assets that are nice.
Like a curvy sword.
Like a curvy sword, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. What did you think, Jay?
I don't know.
Get your mind out of the gutter, Jay. And then what was the last one?
Toru from Dragon Maid.
Oh,
so
yeah,
you're killing,
Toru.
It's probably the strongest of these three characters.
Well, I don't know about that, but three very strong people who would be very difficult to kill. Yeah, unfortunately, Toru. Literally, unfortunately, because I wouldn't want to do that. I don't want to kill her.
This is a tough one. I don't want to.
This is a tough one. Up until you said Holo, she was probably going to be the Daisuki.
Daisuki. Yeah.
But in this case, she must be murdered.
Eliminated.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, once again, borrow the time machine.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go back to what was that called? When the Christians were going through...
Crusades.
We're going to go back to Crusade times.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to accuse her of being a witch.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're going to basically... I don't know. I'm just going to do that and then I'll leave. And then...
okay, then you go back to the present time.
Yeah, and they'll take care of her.
The problem is, if this doesn't take care of her, she will be like she will live until you see her again.
Well, I mean, Mike, let's be real. This is... My plan is flawless.
It's flawless, yeah.
She's going to be dealt with by a bunch of conquistadors in I don't know, some Spanish court.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Jake.
So I am going to So it was Holo, the Love Hashira, and Toru, yes?
Mitsuri.
That's right.
Yes. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna Hentai Mitsuri.
Okay. Why?
Okay.
Why?
Well, she's the Love Hashira, so she probably knows what she's doing.
Ooh. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can't argue with that.
Yep. Great logic.
I'm going to Daisuki Holo. I mean, she's the Wise Wolf. She our finances are secure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, we're set.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's frugal and wise and very cute.
Yeah. And we are going to Isekai Toru. So what I'm gonna do is secretly, years before this dilemma was placed in front of me, I developed a machine that allowed me to obtain the ability to open a black hole wherever I wanted.
Okay.
So and I can close it at will as well, just so I don't destroy the universe while I'm at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I am going to open a black hole inside Toru's heart for 10 seconds.
Oh my god.
Okay.
And then immediately close it once it was done.
10 seconds.
That's horrific. there's nothing left of anything nearby.
Yeah.
Maybe less depending on
depending
Yeah.
on
She's
how
gone.
quickly she cooks.
how quickly she
Yeah.
cooks. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that leaves me.
That does leave
left.
you. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to. I will also, similar to my friend Jay, hentai Mitsuri Kanroji,
I think I did too.
and similar to my friend Cole. We've all unanimously hentai'd her.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So there must be an obvious reason there, I think. The love Hashira, right?
Yeah.
She could do the splits. Hey, you know?
Yes.
Flexible.
Mhm.
That leaves Toru, who my beloved, and Holo, the wise wolf. So I'm going to Daisuki Toru. I do love Toru. She's great. She's already like really well. She's able to keep a house well. She's loving.
Yeah.
She cares deeply about you. Like, what else could you want in a wife? This is a great choice. This is a great choice in my opinion.
I
Toru
agree.
for sure.
Yeah.
Which leaves Holo
Mm-hmm.
to be isekai'd. So how I'm going to isekai Holo the wise wolf is, you see, there's like a big asteroid coming towards Earth,
Mhm.
Okay.
and we need to go up, and we're gonna blow the asteroid in half.
Okay.
But see, like, I'm like an established like mine. I've worked on oil rigs and I know a lot about drilling,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and so does she.
Mm-hmm.
And so like we're gonna go up to the asteroid. We're gonna like, the plan is we're gonna like drill to the center of the asteroid, set a bomb there, and blow the asteroid in half. But like once we get down to the center of the asteroid, once we've drilled down to the core, we can't. There's like a problem with the drill, and like one of us has to stay behind and manually detonate the bomb. And I just leave her there with the bomb, and she's detonated herself on the asteroid as I fly back to safety of Earth. That's my plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should.
Okay.
That should be a movie.
It sounds like a good movie plot. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
As Cole shakes his head at me.
Oh, I hate Armageddon. It's like the worst
Really?
space movie. Yeah. When was the last time you watched it?
Movie. Not too long.
Oh,
5 years ago, probably.
It's bad. It's bad.
You're just a critic. Anyway, we're in the speed rounds now.
Okay,
we're in
speed round.
rounds because we're right at the end. I feel like we should get some quick ones in
Sure.
here. Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
All right. Gilgamesh, Aqua, and Revy.
Mike,
Where are we going?
it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to hentai Gilgamesh because I feel like I missed out on you guys hentaiing him before.
You're about to
Wanna see what it's all
experience
about?
the
I'm about to
gates of Babylon.
experience. That's right. The gates of Babylon have opened for me.
Mhm.
I'm going to Daisuki Revy. She smells like cigarettes. That's fine, I guess. Kind of just always hanging out with guns, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to Isekai Aqua. She'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't
There we
you
go.
redraw and then Jay'll just do a complete
Okay.
different
Yeah.
one.
Okay. Jay Tsunade,
Mm-hmm.
not from Naruto. Nazuna Nanakusa from Call of the Night, and Misato Katsuragi from Evangelion. This is like the Cole. You do this one.
Yeah,
I
Cole,
think.
you do this one.
Okay.
This is like the Cole matchup.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Misato married.
Speed
She's
round.
already my wife.
Okay.
Nazuna, one night stand. She'd be fun, I think. You know, we could sit around after we're done. We could play video games and whatever. It'd be fun. Who's the third one? Who am I killing?
Tsunade.
Misato. Oh yeah, Tsunade.
Tsunade. Yeah, Tsunade's dead. I'm going to make her experience the might of an atomic bomb, which will land right betwixt her bosom, and that's where it will detonate.
And then you're gonna say, "I am become death, destroyer."
I
of
am
worlds."
become death, the destroyer
That's right.
of worlds. Yes.
Gotcha.
That's a good one. Jay, Professor Oak, Holo, and Revy. Speed round.
Okay. I am going to hentai Revy because like I feel like it was a good time the first time. We're gonna do it again.
Naturally.
Yep. I am going to Daisuki Holo, same reasons as before.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Professor Oak. I mean, look, I can't steal him away from Ash's mom.
Sugar daddy, man, you'd be set
Yeah,
for
that's
life.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be set.
I
That
would,
guy's loaded. He's got all the Pokemon.
but I mean,
No,
have
I
to
mean
kill
it's
him.
okay. It's okay. Yeah.
I
So you
do have to
kill
kill
him.
him. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to send sick muck on him, like in the
Oh
anime.
no.
But this time I have
Muck is
50
backwards.
of them.
All right. Okay, that makes sense. I have Chizuru Mizuhara from Rent a Girlfriend, Tsunade from Naruto, and Free Ren.
Okay.
Let's go with Hentai Tsunade.
Okay.
Daisuki Free Ren.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to take out Chizuru Mizuhara on a nice death date.
Okay.
Just going to strangle her. Wear gloves, strangle her.
Like Homer and Bart in The Simpsons.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, gonna give her the old OJ.
They're giving her the old OJ treatment. Okay. Cole.
Yeah.
Dio. What's his last name?
Dio
Brando.
Okay.
Lucy from Cyberpunk and Kakuri Hiroi. Hiroi?
Oh, hell yeah.
Whoever that is?
Yeah, that's the drunk bass player from...
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
This is a good matchup.
Okay, Dio dead. I'm gonna drive a stake through his heart. Now the real fight happens here. Lucy, I mean, she's pretty nice, but
she's taking you to the moon.
She's taking me to the moon, but I know where my heart lies. I have a keychain of her. She's gonna play drunk bass for me for the rest of my life. I'm marrying what the hell? The drunk bass player. Yeah,
drunk bass player. Yeah,
I'll learn her name. And the Lucy's a one night stand.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Jay. Oh, this is like the same matchup you did before. Okay. Mitsuri Kanroji, Tifa Lockhart, and Nico Robin. Here we go. This is a good one for Jay.
Okay. Hentai Tifa, marry Nico, and then kill the Love Hashira.
Okay. Jay's Demon Slayer spite coming out.
Yeah.
I have
Holo, process of
Professor
elimination,
Oak,
man.
and Aqua.
Kanahanazawa.
Yeah. I feel like my browser is listening to us because it keeps giving me like progressively dirtier and dirtier ads on this website. It's definitely listening to me. Okay, I got Holo, Professor Oak, and Aqua. Let's Hentai Professor Oak.
Okay,
I don't know.
Yeah, well,
okay.
I mean,
he's Silver Fox.
Yeah, he's been around a long time.
Yeah.
He knows.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, he knows.
He got rid of Ash's mom's pesky kid, also known as Ash, and all the kids in the village, and just surrounded himself in Pallet Town with a bunch of MILFs. Guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. Yeah. And he's ready to settle down.
I'm gonna Daisuki Aqua.
Okay.
And I'm going to send Holo into another plane of existence, into the Shadow Realm.
Ooh,
I'm going to make her play a game with me in which her mind is destroyed.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, last ones here. Is it Cole or Jay?
Cole. Jay.
Cole? Okay.
Me, sure.
Kiss Shot,
Okay.
Lucy, and Professor Oak.
Professor Oak will be wed to me. Again, Silver Fox. I'll never need to worry for anything. Sugar daddy. He'll take me out on lovely dates and on nice trips. Who are the other two?
Lucy and Kiss Shot.
Lucy.
Kiss Shot and Lucy.
Oh. I'm gonna one night stand Kiss Shot because I mean, like between Lucy and Kiss Shot on a one night stand, I mean, I want some, more. So Lucy, unfortunately,
like some curvier, we're learning.
Yeah. Lucy, unfortunately, will be. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a rocket. I'm going to send her to the moon, and then I'm going to take her helmet off on the moon.
Hey, I already did that.
Yeah, but this time it'll be on the moon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Jay, for the final one.
Okay.
You got Makima.
Okay.
Kakuri Hiroi, the bass player from Bochi, the drunk one, and Gilgamesh.
Okay. We're gonna hentai Gilgamesh. I mean, Gates Babylon.
Okay.
I am going to. Yeah, I gotta Daisuke, the bass player, and let the events of Chainsaw Man play out on Makima.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
He's just doing this canonical plot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just let it play.
Yeah, just
let it play. Just let it play. I'm sad that Makima didn't come up because I mean, let's be real here.
Makima and Saber didn't come up. I think that's the only two that somehow didn't get drawn. I'm surprised. It's a shame. That's a shame.
Yeah.
Oh, Saber.
Yeah.
I will wed Saber. I will bed Makima, and I will dead.
Who didn't come up here? Nobody. I think that's it, actually.
I will dead nobody then. Yep, that'll be it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I
think that says a lot about us.
Yeah, I hope everybody learned a lot. on this one.
Tell us which one you would, of all these characters you've heard, which one you would wed, bed, and behead.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think we learned a lot about ourselves and about each other.
Yeah.
On this episode.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Jay's dad. This was.
I'm not.
This must have been rough for you to listen to your son talk about.
I swear to God, if I get a call from him and just like,
talking about squeezing and pleasing and
son, who's this Revy? Who's that you're talking about?
Who's Tifa
I need to look
Lockhart?
into her.
Why are you comparing her to Italy?
Oh no, he knows who Tifa Lockhart is.
Please explain this Gates of Babylon business, son.
Yeah. So it's a noble phantasm. It's basically his noble phantasm, which is basically just his special ability.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you.
Thank you for explaining his special ability is his special ability.
This minute. Yeah, that's what we need at this moment as we're closing out the podcast.
I don't think
quick lore drop.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Anime Protagonist Podcast, and we are sorry. You can follow us on social media at AniProPod. You can leave a like, review, subscribe if you like. Please give us a 5-star review. Tell a friend about us. Maybe next week. I don't know if this will be the episode where you want to start listening to this show, or maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe this one will blow up and we'll be huge after this. You can come to our website. We'll be huge after this.
I was just going to let it fly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
AniProPod.com is our website. We got links to everything over there. You can join our Discord as well. We got watch parties, games. We chat over there if you want to talk to us.
Don't go skydiving with Cole.
Or do.
Don't go skydiving with Cole.
Or do. Because you never know.
Don't go tornado chasing with Jay.
Maybe I'll get the parachute swapped. If you really like us, though, if you listen to this whole episode and you're delusional and you're like, man, I got to give these guys my financial support, you can do that on Patreon. You get an early episode, you get a bonus episode, you get an extra vote and stuff, you get special chat in the Discord, priority mailbag.
We just treat you so special.
We do treat you special. We also
if you can't afford it, don't worry about it. But if you can.
Of course. We're not. Yeah. If you can, if you're able to, you also get your name read by me at the end of every episode. Mr. Family Guy 36, Elijah Wood, Brain Dead, B Dog, Super Mexi, Peach, Frama, Kratos, Just Juz, Mog, and we know where this guy or girl or person, I'm assuming it's a human, Freerun's Feet, is also a patron.
We know they are definitely Daisukiing and Hentaiing, and certainly not Isekaiing free rent.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So, Jay, wrap it up.
Well, that's all, folks.
Bye-bye.
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 Bye-bye.